Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's makeover is going to be a Harry Potter children's bedroom makeover. My daughter is absolutely obsessed with the Harry Potter franchise. Basically anything and everything that is Harry Potter, especially Gryffindor, she's all for. So for Christmas this year we decided to give the kids some room makeovers. My son got a Minecraft makeover, which if you saw the last video, that was that. And then this video we're doing Ashton's Harry Potter room makeover. So I'm switching out a lot of the dainty girly kind of stuff that I had originally tried to put in there for her, and let's just face it, it's just not her. So she wants a Harry Potter theme. So I found some cool stuff on Amazon. I didn't want to spend a whole lot on just room stuff so that we could get her a couple of other things too. And I'm also recycling a lot of things that I had throughout the household. Also, my Aunt Diane gave her this amazing brown desk that we were able to switch out for her, and that is perfect because the other one she had was like white and pink paint underneath that I had painted over and yada yada yada. Anyways, so I'm going through everything, taking out all of the lighter colored stuff. I'm also going through all of her clothes. I was also storing like my wedding dress and some stuff in there, and we're going to just give it a thorough cleaning first, and then I'm going to start switching out the furniture, putting like the dark wood colors. I'm also going to be putting up something on the wall. It's like a photography backdrop that I found, and it's perfect. It's like a bookcase or bookshelf type thing, and then I've got some shelves that are going to go in there to make it look like 3D floating shelves. I've got some new bedding for her. We've got some flags to hang on the wall, some little decor things that she's going to open on Christmas Day that she can also put up, which is going to be fun, like some Quidditch balls and stuff like that. So it's going to be really cute. We're going to go ahead and get started moving everything around, and I'm going to show you the little DIYs as we go. Now that I've switched out her bedding, the first thing I'm going to do is try to figure out where I want to put these flags that I picked up off of Amazon. It was a pack of 4. It's all of the different houses from Hogwarts, and so I need to figure out how to arrange them up on the wall, but I also need to leave room in the corner. So you'll see me kind of go through that. I'm very indecisive, so let's just fiddle around with that for a bit, and then we're going to work on getting the bookcase photo backdrop thing up on the wall. I'm super excited about that. I think it's going to transform the room and really give it that Harry Potter-esque looking vibe and feel, and it'll kind of darken the room up a little bit. She's kind of wanting it to look a little bit darker. So this photography backdrop I found on Amazon, which I'll show you a clip or put it in the description, and this was perfect. It was an 8x10 photography backdrop, which is perfect because her wall was exactly 8x10. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of pins up in here. I had my husband help me hold it up so that I could then go around and staple it. And yes, I know that smoke alarm needs a new battery. It just started going off while I was doing this makeover, and it was driving me crazy, so I had to take it out. She has not been in this room while I'm doing the makeover, so have no fear. It will be replaced and put back up before she returns to the room. Anyways, moving on. I am going to be using like a little X-Acto knife to cut out where her plug was, so she still has use of that. And I made sure that there was actually no fabric or anything around to cause any fire hazard down in there or around the electricity. And I made sure that was all nice and clear and good to go. Then once the backdrop was nice and smooth looking how I wanted it, I went ahead and I took my staple gun and I started to staple around the edge. Okay, I know the lighting in here is horrible, but I'm going to use this little like Fiskars blade thing. It just kind of like rolls. It's really good for cutting fabric, and I'm going to use that to cut the excess off that's down there along the trim and any excess that may be along the edge there. And then I'm going to be stapling along the edge just to really secure the backdrop on there. And then I'm going to hang up some shelves that I have, some little 3D shelving so she can put some of her decor, and then it's time to move on to the rest of the room. Now an option that you could do if you wanted to make sure that this really adhered to the wall and is going to stay for quite a long time, if it's say a different pattern of a different backdrop and this is just like an idea for you, you could do a spray adhesive on the back of this fabric and kind of put it up, and it'll be a little bit more like a wallpaper. And then what I did too when I was stapling in around the edges is I took a little permanent marker, and on certain parts where the color was like say like brown or black or whatever, I colored the staples that color so it all kind of blended in and you didn't see it. I didn't want bright silver staples. You could also use decorative staples like gold staples or something, or tack heads, nail head trim, things like that, and actually do it on purpose if you wanted to. Now, this backdrop is just an idea for this particular room and this theme, but I think it's a good idea to look up multiple different photography backdrops. You'd be surprised the options you could find, and that could totally transform a room. So just an option, and I wanted to throw out there for you guys because this was amazing. When my daughter saw it, she couldn't believe how cool it looked. And the best part is it cost like $36, I think it was. So instead of painting and spending all of the time to really go into detail, putting a bookshelf on the wall or doing a custom build one, which would cost a fortune, I just thought, you know what, let's give it a go, see how it works. And this was a really good quality backdrop. Now, we spent hours, actually days, doing my son's room where we had painted like a pixelated looking creeper Minecraft thing on his wall, and I'm just a little tired and achy from that room still, so we needed something that was going to give us a little bit of a break. And for $36, this wall was awesome. So that's my favorite thing about this room so far. We're also going to be redoing one of her benches because it was not fitting the theme, and I had this cool faux leather that I had brought in from like my fabric drawer. So we're going to redo a little bench that she had gotten paint and stuff all over, and it also had fit the old theme, which was a little bit too dainty for her. So this is going to be perfect. Okay, so we installed some shelves up there, right? We've got these here that I brought in. I'm going to organize all the stuff that's on her shelves there into this one so that the colors all match better. And then I have her old bench. Let me just show you that. Which looks like this. And I'm going to unscrew the bottom, paint this probably like a black or a brown, and then I'm going to be covering the top in this nice leather, fake leather, by the way, fake leather fabric. Let's just get started. I don't have a lot of time. It's early release this week, so I gotta get going. Okay, so I removed any and all screws that were holding the seat to the base. Once I got that cleared, I went ahead and I measured out my fabric to make sure that it was going to cover around the whole side. And I mean, I was lucky by the hair on my chinny chin. It just was enough. So I went ahead and cut that enough so that I had just enough to give me an overlap on those sides, stapled it down, and then I went ahead and I spray painted the base of the chair outside in the garage. So I did that separately. So I went ahead and got this part done. I spray painted the base before I left for Caroline, and then I waited for that to get dry before I'm able to put that back on. So it's not too difficult, but you know, I just really want to emphasize on making sure you have enough fabric. So that's why I did a little test run on those edges before I actually cut into my fabric, because if this weren't going to be enough, then I would have been cutting it for no reason. So just take that into consideration. Once the base was dry, I reassembled and put all of the screws back into the base of the seat. There was a slightly little bit showing there of the old fabric, as you can see, but once I flipped the stool over, you can't see it, so shh, don't tell anybody. But just like that, a little bit of paint and a little bit of scrap fabric, and we have a brand new bench. Again, I do apologize for the lighting of this video. I know a lot of it is really dark, but it was like raining all week long, so even opening the windows, I wasn't getting very good lighting. We had like one good day of sunshine, so you'll see the lighting got better on like that day, but just bear with me. I hope it gets better later for you, and then once I get to the end and the grand reveal, I'll actually set up all of my lighting to give you guys like the good deets. But again, during this process, I apologize. Now for the task that I've half been dreading and half been looking forward to. The OCD part of me loves organizing and putting like paints and all of these things together in like weird rainbow alphabetic whatever code, color coordinated chronological order. Anything and everything that I can do to get things organized I do thoroughly enjoy. But then there's also going through the mystery of things that I don't know what I'm going to find in my daughter's smorgasbord of things that she collects and saves for potential crafts. I mean, we're talking toilet paper rolls that I have no idea where they came from. Like, they don't look like they came from my house or the toilet paper that we use. So I'm like, whose bathroom or where did this toilet paper come from? And crossing my fingers, hoping she didn't bring it home from school, thinking that she was going to make a craft out of some nasty toilet paper roll. Although I love her heart for recycling everything and anything. I totally get it. She is my child. But so once I got all of that cleared out, I just switched out the white shelf for the darker wood looking shelf, and I put all of her paints and everything all nice and organized there. And then I'm going to assign my hubby the task to put her corner shelf together. Are you an expert now that you've done one already? You think you'll be able to do it faster this time? Thank you for doing that.
I'm not going to do that long.
You want to help Daddy build the shelf?
Whoa! She can't read that. How this party is just getting started.
Not when he's not building it.
Shut up.
Shit.
Not when it's not for you.
Not for me, I wouldn't do it.
Something happened December. If you
I already have shelf.
thanks to you.
Oh.
For a 4-year-old child,
Yeah,
should
but
have
actually
been
doesn't.
unattended.
You a kid? Pick that up.
Use the nails.
It's like she's
Wait,
trying to
use the screw.
Yeah, it's true.
Are these sharp?
Yeah.
Look, it's not even hurting me. It's not even poking me.
That's because you're a tough guy.
Yeah, I'm a tough guy.
Tough guy, huh?
Now, I got lucky, and it is the season for those little cinnamon broomsticks at like your grocery store and stuff. So I picked up one of those and I let it air it out for like a week. And I put it in my daughter's room, and now her room smells nice and cinnamony. It's not too strong. The first few days it was like boom, overpowering, and we had to like really air that sucker outside. So don't put it in there and like close the door and let your child like breathe that in. But after airing it out and then hanging it up, it was like a cool little touch to have like just a fun broomstick up there. And then the little bit of this cinnamon smell that it does give off now is nice and fun for her. Now I put in some shelves everywhere so she could hang like sweaters or Harry Potter gear or whatnot. She has her fun little chair there, and then I need to get the rest of her floor and stuff clean and organized and take out all of the old stuff that I was hoarding or potentially using. So time to kind of finish and do my favorite part, which is like some of the finishing touches. And then we also have some pillows that we're going to make out of some fabric I found at Walmart in their little fabric section where they give you like a couple of swatches. There was like a full Harry Potter set, which is awesome. So I did let my daughter help me with that one, but she didn't see the room. She just helped with the pillows. So you'll see all that. I also decided I wanted to move her bed so that it was kind of sideways, and so that I can put this little shelf in the corner there and put some twinkly lights up. I think that would be like a nice little touch. And then way at the end, I do end up putting up like a whole bunch of those glow-in-the-dark stars up on her roof, which is a super cool effect. So when her lights are going like during the day, or if we've got the sunlight going all day, it is kind of like, you know, energizing and getting the lights ready to go. So at nighttime when it's bedtime and she shuts out all her lights, it really looks cool, and it looks like, what is it, the cafeteria or the dining hall in the Harry Potter series, and they, you know how it looks like the starry sky. So that was a really cool added touch that we did at the end. And yeah, so I've got the supervisor and the boss have come and checked and given me my good to go. And if you don't know who that is, the boss is Legend. He is the bigger cat of ours. And then we have the little one, Sketch, who is our supervisor. He always pops in and makes sure everything's going good. And so then when I went ahead and I screwed in that little corner shelf, I put up these little twinkly lights that are battery operated, and I just thought that would be a fun place. She's going to put her little owl guy up in there. Was it Hedwig? She's got some of that and some little decor that she's going to be getting for Christmas that she gets to now decorate and put up in there. So that's going to be like a little display shelf for her. Now she has all of her books, her little TV, all of the flags. Those mirrors kind of worked out perfectly. I lined those up on the side to go with the flags. And then we're going to move on to the next phase.
Hi.
Cut it up and take it out.
Like, such a skirt.
Hola.
I'm about to hand you this, Ashton, so get ready so you can start stuffing it. I'm going to have you...
Pretty sure
Oh, you
chow
have
is
to-
good.
Number 2. Now I wanted each and every one of these pillows to be different for her. I'm giving her like just a variety of different options, some square, some long and slender, some just whatever, you know, just she had like 4 or 5 different patterns, so we just made as many as we could. So you can see all of the different prints are like this that are all Harry Potter themed, and then I just used like an old, I think it was an old sheet or an old ripped up pillowcase or something for the black on the background. I just did them all the same, and then we recycled old pillows or stuffed animals that she wasn't using for the stuffing. So we made this again super duper cheap. We used a lot of the stuff that we already had, and then I just picked up a little batch of those fabric swatches, which was like $4 or $5 at the Walmart bin in the fabric center.
One, two, three. You can open. Whoa! This is so cool. It's Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
Close the door. Cinnamon broom.
Where is it? Oh. I couldn't see it on the wall.
You see I put your little Lego. I got your Harry Potter costume is here hanging.
Hey. Sheets, so many sheets.
I've organized, look, I've organized all of your colored pencils, pens, markers, pencils, glue guns, all that. Your glue gun goes there, but I have it because I borrowed it today for Aunt Lindsay. All your paints are organized over there. There's more stuff coming at Christmas, but you'll have to finish your decorating then. Is the cinnamon broom too strong smelling in
No,
here?
I like it. There's nothing on the shelves.
No, like I said, there's more stuff coming at Christmas.
You wanna know my favorite part? It is
Merry
not the bed,
Christmas.
It is that.
The wall is really awesome, isn't
That
it?
is so cool, and then it's gonna look like books are floating.
It totally transforms the space.
Yeah, and then you look here, and it still looks good. This is so cool. You even organize my bedroom won't be good, but
Eric, I redid your bench down there with the leather top.
oh my god! And you even painted the bottom too.
Yeah.
That is.
Now both you guys got some pretty cool rooms, except his is really messy.
Mine is not messy. Yes,
It's pretty messy.